Hey guys, I'm gonna do a video on the solar eclipse that just happened in April. I actually just realized that my spiritual awakening happened like exactly 2 months after the solar eclipse, and I think I had so much going on before that. I didn't even. I was more. There's so many synchronicities and coincidences. There's your whole life. Earth angels, their whole life is just full of them. But I was more focusing on. I thought it was fascinating that it happened in 2024, because like I said, I've heard that so much, and like over and over again, that that there's gonna be beings put here on Earth, help everyone vibrate at a higher frequency, and I always heard that and I was like, man, that sounds pretty crazy. I wonder if that's true, but never put too much thought into it. So I think I was more focusing on the fact that it was in 2024, and all the other synchronicities and how crazy that is. But I started thinking, and I was actually watching video popped up on the solar eclipse, and then I realized, like, man, it was after the solar eclipse too. Like, it wasn't like the day after or anything, but it was like 2 months after. And the solar eclipse was in April. My birthday's in April. My birthday's 4/20/1989. So like I said, when I tell my story, just to give you guys some background on me, I don't know, maybe I'll start like a synchronicity coincidence counter, and we'll count them all up. It's gonna have to be in multiple parts, but it's like I said, they're just everywhere. But 2024, after the solar eclipse. Solar eclipse was in April. My birthday's in April, um, and the other 100 or so. But yeah, that's interesting. Apparently, that's what it was supposed to do. Also, I remember when it was happening, I remember I looked into it a little bit, and I was like, we're definitely living in interesting times. This is definitely pretty fascinating, and that was about it. I remember everyone else, the relative I was living with in the mountains, and they had the news on all day, every day. But that's all they're talking about, people driving hundreds of miles to come see it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, people are so obsessed with this thing. And I just kind of wrote it off a little bit. I had like other things going on. I was like ascending to the fifth dimension. I was having the ascension symptoms, and didn't even realize what was going on. And yeah, there was just a lot going on. I didn't even realize. I didn't pay much attention to it. It just happened, and it passed. And then about 2 months after the solar eclipse, then my spiritual awakening happened, and found out that I was an earth angel, and it was just, everything's just so shocking. It's almost like a kid, and you're told like this like fairy tale or something, and then you find out the whole fairy tale is real or something like that. It's just crazy, man. It's so wild. Like I said, when I'm sure it's like this with all earth angels, but everything lines up so perfectly, just like one big massive puzzle. It's almost scary. The numerology, life events, synchronicities, coincidences, and then everything else is like, everything else with my life is also just lines up and rolls into it. I just want to tell my story right, and so I haven't like fully done it yet, but I will. But yeah, another massive coincidence. That's supposedly what the solar eclipse was to help everyone vibrate on a higher frequency. And I believe a massive part of it was, from what I've researched, was to awaken these star seeds, these light workers, these earth angels, these chosen ones, to awaken their power. And it's just so fascinating. Like, everything I've heard, things I didn't even pay that much attention to, I'm finding out not only is it all true, but I'm supposed to play a massive role in it. So it's just crazy, man, to think about that. I remember when the solar eclipse was happening, I was going through the ascension sicknesses and symptoms, and I was having the energy surges, which were just back then, it was just panic attacks because my body couldn't handle it. Now it's just like surges of like joy and light. It's good now, but back then it wasn't at all. But yeah, today I was doing some research on the solar eclipse, and I was just like, wow, that's so fascinating. Another synchronicity right there, lined up perfectly. I'm just curious how many other light workers or earth angels also awoken after that, I wonder, or are awakening right now. I'm definitely fascinated to find that out. Yeah, I am gonna share my whole story soon, and I can't wait to hear other people's stories too. Like I said, right now we don't know much about this, or what is an earth angel, what exactly are they here to do. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. I heard all these things about the 2024 beings put here on Earth to help people awaken, and the solar eclipse and what that's supposed to do, and then to find out that yeah, it's all true, it's all real, and I'm supposed to play have a massive role in it, play a massive part in it. So I just thought that was really interesting. Life is crazy, and we're all here on this journey. It's, oh my God, it's just so wild to think about. There's, like I said, I'll have to start like a synchronicity counter, and like when I tell my story and all the coincidences, they're everywhere, they never end. And I guess that's how most of us awaken, is seeing all that. And then when I was contemplating it in the mountains, I went outside and I was like, can all this be real? And then it was after the eclipse, I see a shooting star, and then I keep doing research, and everything else just keeps lining up so perfectly. But just fascinating. God and the universe, there's no question, it's all 100% real. But I just realized that today, guys. Like I said, there was so much going on, and there's still so much to digest and like try to share and get out there with you guys. So I kind of didn't even realize, wasn't even thinking about the solar eclipse. But I'll wrap this video up right here, guys. Stay tuned, and I'll keep putting these videos out, and I will tell my whole story pretty soon, and I can't wait to hear other people's stories too.